What's up, guys? It's me again, JC here. Okay, I know it's Thursday, well, going into Friday. And look, a couple of, I will say, interesting matchups this weekend. First, want to congratulate Glasgow. Really deserved victory. They did it the hard way. They won their semi-final against Munster, in Munster. Sorry, let's first start off at the quarterfinal. Two-time finalists, Stormers, who played in the last two finals. Glasgow beat them. They beat Munster, the defending champions, in Munster, and they beat the Bulls, the form team of the tournament. My books, coming back from 13-0 down, they actually beat the Bulls at Loftus, which isn't, let's be honest, it's not the easiest thing to do, and I'm a Bulls supporter. Okay, so well done to them, that's all I'm going to say. You know, they deserve it, and I actually really do hope that this result means good things for the Scottish rugby team moving forward, and that it actually broadens the spectrum of the international rugby, if you get what I mean, okay? And it actually puts the Scottish on a stronger footing. Right. Then I also want to come to the Springboks Wales game. You know, well done to the Boks, 41-13, expected result. But I hope that the Welsh don't feel too hard done by that scoreline, because, it was a young team going into the match before a late change. Ebenezabeth individual caps was more than the entire team put together. Okay, and as well, there were only two players in the team that actually had more than 50 caps, and one of them were on the bench. Right? And also, to me, there's a couple of debates here. Okay, people are debating Fussie's yellow card. Look, I can understand all sides of the argument there. First and foremost, safety. Okay? You have kids that are watching rugby. The kids look up to these oaks. The kids will do what these oaks do. They have the mentality, don't do as I say, do as I do type of thing. So if that happens at a school rugby match and it ends up being worse, you have a problem. Okay? And the thing is, the foot landed here. Could have been much worse than what it was. Okay? Then you have it was an accident call, so it shouldn't have been a yellow call. That is also understandable because this is rugby, not football. Okay? Then you have people saying that it should have been red. Again, safety. Could have ended worse than what it was. Okay? My book, look, I'm a coach. Okay? If I were Gatland and that wasn't a yellow, I would have questioned the ref right there. I'm being honest here. Okay? There's more cause for it to be carded than not being carded. Okay, and I'm a South African, I'm speaking here. I studied the laws and all those things, the laws are there. The bigger debate is consistency. We need consistency in the refereeing here, okay? And though there were similar incidents at one quarter where people were screaming for consistency here. Now you have a card, but you get where I'm going with this. So people need to look at the law interpretation before you scream and cry. Okay. Then there was also a let's go a couple of incidents earlier. Rio Dyer's yellow. I do not even know what the hell went wrong there. What was up with that, I do not know. Although the penalty try I can understand, but Dyer's yellow card I can't understand. Then you have the challenge then you have the Bongimbo Nambi incident. Okay, head on head. Yes, the guy was low. Okay, but it's against other refs, and I'm sorry to say, and I'm sorry for bringing this up, is particularly I can see myself getting shot at by my fellow South Africans here, but Bongi was lucky to escape without a yellow, never mind a red. You know, if that was refed in a different scenario and you had a different referee, yellow card straight and would have gone for review. Okay? It would have most likely been a red. And that's my book, okay? I mean, let's be honest here. I remember an incident in the World Cup final where people were screaming for a yellow. A similar incident against a Kiwi. So, yeah. So, a couple of controversial calls. Look, not that it would have changed the results, because, I mean, South Africa would have still won, but let's call a spade here. Rugby we need to get back into a time where refereeing is consistent. We also need to get back into a time where, okay, rugby is safe, but rugby is also a man's sport type of thing. Okay, people need to, us as fans, coaches, and the players need to also now, the refs need to, we need to learn how to interpret these laws, if you get what I mean, okay? You have Charlie Wills, well done. On the wrong side of history, first playing, on the wrong side of history, Charlie Ewells becomes the first player in history to get a second red card in a row. Now, significance of this is only 5 players ever. Okay, look, Google the statistics, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but if I'm not mistaken, only 5 players ever received multiple red cards in the game of rugby. Ewells becomes the first player to do so 2 games in a row. Okay. For a tackle on, a dangerous challenge on Mark Leach. Now, there's not much I can say about that, you know. Came a bit late. I just think, you know, a line needs to get drawn here. Okay. There was a call, and I watched Ross. Okay, I didn't see the match live, and I wanted to see the incident, and I came down on Nigel Owen's podcast or one of his videos, okay, where they spoke about the previous incident for Ewells, and one of the questions came out. Should there be a 20-minute orange card? Nigel Owen said no. Now, 20-minute orange card or a 20-minute red card or those things, you need to look at the laws, okay? Part of me agrees that there should be 20-minute window. Let's say a forward gets red carded or orange carded or whatever color carded. That player stays off, but the person who you would replace him with comes on 20 minutes later, type of thing. Because I'm going to be honest, you can't punish a team for someone else's actions. Then again, if the reckless action causes an injury to the other side, to the opposition, then I think a send-off it does justice. So, it is again how you interpret it. It comes down to interpretation. Okay? You're also going to have, if you do that again, you're also going to have this leniency thing where one of the players are going to think it's okay to clap a play on the pitch, and it's not okay. Right. Now, we also have the in-depth squad selection, but that's for the next video. I'll go into more detail in the next video. There are a couple of selections that I found interesting here. Let's go to the first over here. Start with England and the All Blacks, okay? Finn Baxter. Okay, look, I don't see much surprises here on the English side. I think if I look at what Borthwick's doing with England, he's keeping the team. He's building continuancy, letting the team gel for the next World Cup, which I would have done the same thing here. Whereas, you have a couple of debutants here, new names. A couple of these did stand up for me in the Six Nations. Okay, Jamie George, captain, great choice. Will Stewart, great choice. Sam Underhill, well done. Okay. Then let's go into the backs here. Tommy Freeman, great. Ollie Lawrence, wonderful. Harry Randall, well done. Marcus Smith and Finn Smith, that is an interesting battle for 10, but in my books, Marcus Smith is leading the form race, but Marcus Smith is going to find himself under severe pressure here against the All Blacks, because the number 10 battle, he's more than likely going to be up against Beauden Barrett and Damien McKenzie. Now, Marcus Smith, in the battle of the 10s, I think Marcus Smith may have edge over McKenzie, but Beauden Barrett, that is another battle. But look, it can only be good for Marcus Smith's experience going forward. Okay? On the Kiwi selection side, speaking of that, you have Scott Barrett, captain. Okay? Then you have another Barrett that's vice captain, and to my surprise, I almost fell off my chair. I saw Jordie Barrett, vice captain. Okay. Leadership-wise, I think Beauden Barrett is Jordie Barrett there. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Then we go to South Africa. Okay, now everyone's gone into detail. Look, this is very much a followed scenario here. Okay. South Africa's selection, Siya Kolisi it's been confirmed Siya Kolisi will stay on as captain for the Irish tests. Okay. But interest over here because of the retirement of Dwayne Vermeulen in the forwards. The battle of number 8, you have Evan Roos, Kwagga Smith, who can also play number 6. Okay. And Jasper Wiese. Okay. Now, Evan Roos, in my book, he's leading. He did quite well. Put his hand up against Wales. The unfortunate thing is, okay, there isn't another game after Wales for, say, Marco van Staden or Jan-Hendrik Wessels or even Jasper Wiese to put their hands up for that number 8 jersey. for the first Irish test. But look, I wouldn't select any of them either because Evan Roos in the RC has edged the number 8 race quite well. Then we need to go to the back line over here, okay? Now, back line was, let's shift your attention to the number 9s. Okay, you have Grant Williams, Cobus Reinach, and Faf de Klerk. Okay. Now, Faf de Klerk is 10-1 going to win the battle at number 9. But Grant Williams and Cobus Reinach, they're not far behind on the depth chart in my books, okay? Then, let's go to number 10. You have Andre Pollard, Mani Lebok, and now where's that? Sacha Feinberg Ngome Zulu, okay? Also had a great game against Wales in my books. Right, now those would be my 3 10s, okay? Reason why I say them 3, and I would actually send the Okie that actually started for the box. Look, I keep forgetting his name now. Home is because I think he needs a bit more game time. The guy who started against Wales, I don't even see him here anymore. I think he's already gone home. But he didn't have a great game. And look, give him his due. It was his first start in a box jersey. So pressure, and at number 10. And Wales did put the box under pressure, which is why I said earlier in this video, Wales shouldn't feel too bad, okay? Now, on the Irish side, there are a couple of surprises here. Okay.
Not too bad, man. Who am I speaking to?
Number 9. Okay, Jamison Gibson Park. That's sad, but you know what? Here's a couple of capable replacements. Okay. Now, I want to bring your attention here to Australia, Wales. Same side of the spectrum. Same side. Okay. The young team. I'd love to see how those series comes up, how well shapes up. Okay. I don't look particularly on the Welsh side. I don't think Gats is going to hunt for wins here. I think he's hunting for game time for these Oaks, so they can actually get some experience. Okay. Then you have Scotland, France, and Argentina. Now coming to the French side of the spectrum. Okay. A year ago, France were World Cup favourites. This year they were poor in the Six Nations, okay? But there are a couple of names missing here. DuPont isn't here, okay? DuPont, the Marshall at the number 9 is not there, okay? I'd love to know what DuPont's status is because I know he is representing France in the Olympics, but I don't know if he's permanently gone to 7s, okay? And then you got Argentina. There's no surprises here for me on the Argentine front. Japan, no surprises. Italy. Okay. Also a team that has shown a lot of promise in the Northern Hemisphere season. Okay. Alessandro Garbisi in the back line, beautiful. Paolo Garbisi, also beautiful. Jean-Ignace Bray, wonderful background. This is a beautiful background. They play wonderful rugby, beautiful running rugby. You know, if they can just get a bit of accuracy and a bit more grunt and score a few more tries, this team can be they can have a dangerous attack. Okay? They play beautiful rugby. Samoa, there isn't anything there. Maori All Blacks, also interesting. The US, and Canada. Okay? In total, if I read correctly now, that's including this weekend that passed. Okay? You're going to have, I read a bit here. You should have 38 test matches this year, mid-year test, okay? Now, series to watch is obviously the first three. New Zealand versus England, okay? Both those sides, I think, Scott Robertson will be looking to get his tenure off to a winning start, and I hope he does, because you know what? I'm a fan of Scotties. Okay. And then you have Borthwick, who you know what? Although he took England to a semi-final, so you know what? His coaching tenure hasn't been so bad, despite a record loss to France. You know, the good outweighs the bad. Okay. That's my opinion on Scotty. On Borthwick. So, but England will be wanting to beat the All Blacks this year and doing it so in New Zealand. Because although the All Blacks aren't world champs and the Boks are two-time world champions, you are measured by your wins against your All Blacks in New Zealand. If you can have that under your belt, your season is a success. Okay, and moving forward, you have confidence. Okay. And then, obviously, particularly from my end, as the South Africa Island Test Series, to me that's number one, first, number two so far. The world champions taking on Six Nations champions. Although the Boks have won 2 World Cups, we haven't beaten Ireland since 2016. So it's interesting, you know, there's a big storyline there. And Ireland's the only team to have beaten us in the World Cup last year. So, you know, there's a bit of a, how can we put it? Storyline there. Okay. Australia, Wales. 2 teams that are really rebuilding, that are better than what we are seeing, much better than what they are showing us. Okay. Now that's the 3 series that I'm going to be following. But I also want to follow the Scottish. I also want to follow Argentina facing France and Scotland as well. And obviously there's a team missing here. Portugal, South Africa will also be playing the Portuguese. Okay. Also something I want to watch. And if I were Russia, I'd use that as well, again, to blub my youngsters. But anyways, guys, please let me know what you think in the comment section. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Cheers.